Sitting here later in the evening in the RV, enjoying a day off after I've been working pretty hard. And we did some traveling. We went to northern Minnesota, and very remote area, right on the edge of the Boundary Waters Canoe Area. And we were within probably 3 or 4 miles of Canada, where we were, in Lake McFarland, in a log home that we rented for a week. And then because of my work, we were only able to go for 4 days, but Jamie and Andy and the kids went for the full week, and it was great. It was nice to get away, and very remote, so that there isn't electricity at the cabin. Everything was solar, at least not commercial electricity. It had a battery bank and solar panels and an inverter and whatnot, and so I enjoyed checking out the guy's system who had set it up. But it worked out well. And the northern United States, to me, in that area, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, is very underrated. I love it. I like going there. Every time we go, it's fascinating. And the remoteness just adds to it. We felt like we had this lake to ourselves, and just had a good time. We had a boat to use, and canoes and kayaks and all that stuff. So really enjoyed it. But the one thing that I've done twice now, damn it, and I want to make sure and do this right the next time. In fact, I may just take a day or two and go yet this summer, and that's exploring Duluth. And I flew my airplane in there one time and spent a few hours goofing around. But Duluth is a fascinating city, and I wanted to get this vertical lift drawbridge in operation, and my timing was just bad. And so these freighters come in through a ship channel and go under this bridge, and people line up and watch the boats come in, and it's a pretty fascinating process, I believe. But I missed it, and we didn't have time to stay a day there or something, which is what really needs to happen. I did see a ship unloading though, and I was going to go right up to it, and then saw this sign that explained, that there's a badge required. There's some kind of security level around these marine loading and unloading facilities that I was not aware of. But anyway, I didn't push my luck. I do that often enough elsewhere that I didn't need to be busted on the way home to Madison. But we're at a to me, kind of a disconcerting point. It's coming down to decision time for this year on what we are going to do going forward this year. And Terry's been hinting that she wants to probably not go on the road this year. And I'm struggling with that concept. We haven't hashed it out fully, but I don't like the thought of not wandering in our little home this winter, you know. I mean, that's just been such a part of our existence. And she's uncomfortable with the whole COVID thing going on and feels safer here. I'm not sure. I'm sure it is a little safer than some areas. I mean, we wouldn't go hang out in Dallas or Houston or Miami, you know, but so I understand her concerns. So her idea is that we put the RV in storage and rent an apartment. And so I'm realizing that if we do that, it will be an entire year before we're back on the road. Assuming this COVID thing is under control by then, or vaccines are available or whatnot. So, man, I don't know. I'm struggling with that idea. So, I don't know, you know. I mean, there's pros and cons. To me, we're just as safe when we're isolated in the RV. We still just go to the store. I mean, that's about the exposure. I mean, I'm getting more exposure now driving that truck part-time. I wear my mask and everything, and I don't really interact closely with people other than a, you know, conversation now and then. And usually that's at a distance, and it's always with a mask on if it isn't. Because we're required to wear masks at work. And amazingly, out of the 200 or so people that work at this place, nobody has had COVID-19, at least not since I've been working there. So I think their practices appear to be working. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know what to do, you know, what to think. Do I just give in? I mean, I will. Let me put it, I know that I will, because while I will be unhappy with that decision, I can certainly live with it. It's not that, you know, it's not like I'm devastated, oh my God, you know. But that's hard for me, you know. I am a wanderer, and I think Terry is too, you know. Obviously, we've been doing it for 4 years straight. So, what concerns me, and maybe the concern is that she will have just an overall change of heart and prefer to be stationary, and that, you know, ouch. That would mean selling the RV and settling down and going back to a traditional lifestyle that, you know, definitely won't fit me. So I'll have to get a little van or something, so I can spend my time wandering still, or at least a significant portion of it. But without your partner, that's, you know, that limits how much of that you're probably going to do, right? Anyway, I guess we'll see what happens. You know, in the meantime, I've been enjoying wandering around and getting a few pictures. And I caught a picture of this little frog today that I thought, you know, blended in so well in the green waters. But it reminded me of when I was 10, I think, probably more like it. We had gone fishing. The neighbor was a mortician, and the company that he worked for had a facility out in the country that had a fishing lake on it for families, you know, employees to use, and then it had facilities so that families could have group, you know, sort of funeral proceedings or reunions or whatever, you know. So we would get to go every once in a while, and we went fishing there one summer. And the fishing wasn't particularly good. I think it was late in the year. And there was a frog with its head sticking out of the water. And I could see the eyes and its mouth and nose. And I had the brilliant idea to dangle my worm that was on my pole dangle my fishing pole over this frog. And all of a sudden, this goddamn frog shot out of the water and latched on to my hook, hooked itself, and it was huge. To this day, I have never seen a frog that big. I swear to God, it was so big I was afraid to touch it. And you know, I was used to normal-sized frogs. Apparently I had never seen a real bullfrog in my life, and to this day I have not seen another one. Anyway, I hope that that you're all doing well and life is treating you with its best. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.